Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Business Mastery with Pauline Malubay. I am joined here today with one of our guest experts, Elaine Turso, Elaine The Brain. And I'm just here because Elaine has been so inspirational. I managed to attend one of her summits, even though I was in a completely different time zone. And she was just such a delight. And she's one of those go-getters. And I'm just intrigued, Elaine. You have to tell us all of your story. How did you get started as a business owner? And what is your zone of genius?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, how long is the show? I'm joking.
We've got 30 minutes or so.
I know. My story goes way back. And it actually, I started, it's kind of a very interesting little journey that I've taken. But I started my very first business. I was a scrapbook designer for hire.
Wow.
I made scrapbooks because I loved pictures and I loved to decorate them and whatever. And then my husband is the one who suggested that I add photography to my business. And I thought he was crazy and I didn't like that idea at all. And we went and bought a camera. I was not happy about it, but we did it. Then it became my camera. And then I became a photographer and grew my photography business. I did that for 10 years. I retired in October 2019 before the pandemic. Thank God. And then I had started kind of dabbling in business coaching and consulting and just kind of helping people with their businesses because I had a lot of experience. I basically... I taught people what I learned. I learned by doing. I learned by making mistakes. I learned that's how I learn. And then I'm like, yeah, exactly. This is what I learned. And I could teach you how to not make the mistakes I made. And so then once I retired from photography, I decided to go all in to business coaching and really diving into that. And then just yesterday, I launched my brand new company called the Insource It Marketing Agency, which is completely new and uncharted territory for me, but I am so excited about it. So
yes, we all are. We all are. I'm so excited. And, it's so inspiring to have someone do decades of photography. I've never actually spoken to someone who's done photography for that long. And I love the fact that you walk the walk. There's so many business coaches that became coaches because they started a company like a year ago.
Right.
And I'm intrigued. What are the kind of hard-earned lessons? Because I'm all about keeping it real here, right? Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. There's no shame in staying with your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
What has been your hard-earned lessons throughout those, decade long and more?
I would say the hardest lesson for me to learn was that I had to stop comparing myself to everyone else and what everyone else was doing. The photography industry really taught me that lesson because it was like I could look at another photographer and then I would get down on myself. I'm not as good as them. They're farther along than I am. I need to do exactly what they're doing. And I started seeing like these, I don't want to say gurus, but people that would became like the top of the pyramid in the industry. And I would see someone would be doing like an example, showing them how to light whatever. And all you saw in the comments was, what kind of backdrop are you using? What brand of lights are you using? What they wanted basically, if I can have everything they have, then I'll be as good as them.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with what camera, what lens, what background, what lights. None of that mattered. All people wanted to do was they thought, if I just buy all the things that this person does, then I'll be as good as them. And no. So that lesson really helped carry me into business coaching and consulting and helping people, was that it's not about what everyone else is doing. It's about what are you good at? and use what you have, use the skills that you have. You don't have to compare I love the quote, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
Right? If I compare myself to someone else, then I am stealing my own joy, and I refuse to do that.
And it's so hard as well because, marketing, online space, online marketing, online businesses, you have to be online. You have to do digital marketing.
Yes.
It's so hard not to see everything. When you obviously have to engage in order to grow your business. And I love the fact that you mentioned that quote. One of my favorite quotes, it's not really a quote. I don't know where it's from, but it was, don't compare your page 1 to someone's page 200, which is like, it's so true. When you're a brand new entrepreneur, you tend to do the competitor research. My perfectionist out there who gets stuck in the competitor research mode. What has been your, I would say, hard-earned lesson? You've talked to me about your hard-earned lessons. What has been kind of your proudest moments? These are like one of my favorite questions to ask as well.
Oh my goodness. It's really cool. My son is in college, and he came home recently for, a little bit before summer football started. And it was really cool because he was like, Mom, now that you've retired from photography, I don't know, when my friends ask, what does my mom do? I have no idea what to tell them. And I was like, okay, well, let me give you a brief nutshell. And you should have the look on his face was like, oh crap, my mom's cool. Like, look at, how much money, right? Like, wait, what? You charge someone how much money? Like, for him to kind of go like, oh, okay, right? Like, it made me just feel like, oh, my son thinks I'm the shit, man. This is awesome.
I know, isn't it so nice when you can inspire your children? I think it's so great.
Yeah. And he, like, his dream is, he loves training. He wants to be an athlete, like train athletes, like exercise and stuff like that. And I'm like, we can help you open a business. And and I'm like, let me help you when it comes time. And he's just like, oh crap, my mom, like, I try to get my husband to open a business. I try to get everybody to open a business because I just love business. Yeah.
That's so great. I love that because I'm the one here hiding, being like, yeah, you don't know what I'm doing. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as I'm making money. So I love that you're trying to get everyone on the entrepreneurship wagon. I love that. Let's shift towards your new venture, right?
Yeah.
In marketing. Now, digital marketing is really hard, and social, there's always so many platforms. There's Clubhouse now. I just created a TikTok account finally after so much pressure from people. What would be your advice for, the solopreneur who's just starting out, and they gotta wear all the hats, right? They gotta be the marketer, they gotta be the salesperson. It's a lot. So what's your advice for someone? How can they leverage on growing their online business through marketing?
Well, the first thing that I always recommend is to have a strategy. And what I mean by that is that just deciding you're going to wake up one day and I'm going to just post this somewhere. No, we don't do that. We have a strategy. So I actually have my own strategy that I'm happy to share. But basically what I do is I start with making a list. I make a list and I do one topic a week. And then that one topic, I then can repurpose. I can do a live video. I can take that, turn it into a podcast. I can put that on YouTube. I can write a blog post, and then I can break that up into Instagram posts for the week. I can then put that onto Facebook. I can put that on LinkedIn. I can put my blog on Pinterest, blah, 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 like all of the things. But the thing is that I try to tell people, stick with where you hang out. If you're not on TikTok, if you don't go on TikTok, then don't go on TikTok. Just because everybody's telling you to do it and that you should be here and you should be doing that, if it doesn't feel authentic to you and you're not going to go hang out on that platform, then don't. Don't do it because everybody else is telling you you should. Don't let someone should on you, right? Because it's not going to serve you and you're going to half-ass it. And that is not how you want to run a business. Is you want to be whole ass, not half-assed. And so what I mean by that is go all in on the platforms where you already hang out. So don't try to be everywhere because
you're going to get tired.
Right. And the zone of genius thing is really about what are you good at? Like, I'm really good. I can whip up a graphic. I can whip up a website. I can whip up stuff in no time flat. That's my zone of genius. I love to make stuff, right? My zone of genius is not in bookkeeping. Like, I hire someone to do that for me because it's not worth my time or my energy. I don't want to put energy into something that I don't love. So I only focus on doing things that I love, and the things that I don't love doing, I hire someone to do for me. It's worth my time and energy to just say, you know what? If I give this task away that I don't enjoy, someone else loves doing that. Like, right? And then I can spend that time on income producing activities to pay for them, right? Like if I get one client, it pays for that person.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Do you have any advice on entrepreneurs who, I love this topic, this is my jam, but you know, do you have any advice for someone who wants to hire and outsource their marketing, right?
So there's several ways you can do this. With the Insource It marketing agency, our whole premise is that we want to offer done for you services for an entrepreneur who is who just doesn't have the time, who is frustrated and overwhelmed and stressed out, and they want to throw their computer out the window when things aren't working the way they want it to. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but it's happened to me, and I get frustrated and I'm like, ugh. So what we've done is I have found what I call my dream team. You're one of them. Very exciting. The dream team is really a compilation of experts who are really good at what they do. Like we have copywriters, web developers, funnel builders, automation sequences, all the things that someone needs to run a business. And the thing is that they can either DIY it and it'll take them a lot longer, or they could hire our agency and we'll get done all the back end work in 30 days. And then, right? So now they can start making money and they're not wasting time and energy on things that do not serve them. And if someone is just starting out, I highly recommend, they're not going to be able to afford our agency. They're not. But we have the DIY option, which offers live trainings and tutorials on how to do the things because they want to learn how to do it, because as business owners, we think we have to do all the things. And at some point when your business gets so big and you're making 6+ figures, you don't have time for that. You need to focus on your zone of genius, which is helping your clients, and let us handle all of it. And so instead of having to go out and find the 10, 15 professionals to help take on these challenges, you go to one agency, you deal with one person, and they handle all of it for you. And so it really is about taking the guesswork out of launching an idea or serving your clients or creating a strategy. It's all just let us handle it, and you do what you do and we'll do what we do best. And here you go. Now you're good to go. So it's just, it was one of those things that I love doing stuff for people. I love it. I don't know why, but I have so much fun building websites I'm not a web developer, but I love doing it. I love making
this is so cheesy, but I always say I love making dreams happen. Like I don't have all the good ideas. I love chatting to someone with a great idea. I'm like, okay, this is how we're gonna get it done. Like that sounds awesome. Let's make it happen. And if anyone's in the comment section, #replay, if you're watching the replay, I keep forgetting to say that. Like the Facebook algorithm hates me because I never say engage with my videos. I know that there's people watching, but I never tell them to comment. So leave a comment. And if you have any questions for anything digital marketing related, please put them in the comments. We'll be more than happy to answer it live as well. So Elaine, I'm curious. What kind of trends do you see happening in the online space?
Well, I see a lot of blaming and I see a lot of excuses right now, as things are changing within the world, and I see a lot of people blaming because the algorithm and the ads and Apple and Facebook and blah blah blah.
How dare they give us security?
I know, and so I see a lot of blame happening right now, which is what I don't like.
Actually.
I don't like to see that at all. And the thing that I have learned is that people are on social media because they want to be social. They don't want to be sold to. That's the thing. People don't go on Facebook to be sold to. They go on Facebook to engage with their friends, to see what's going on in the world, to stay in touch with their family and friends. And us business owners have come along and thought, oh, I could sell my stuff here. And so then Facebook started rolling out features that allowed business owners to have a space. But they realize that people don't want to be sold to. And so that means that they're going to show your stuff to less people. Mm-hmm. And so that means to me is that your email list is the only thing you own. If Facebook were to shut down tomorrow, would you be screwed? If you would say, yes, I would be screwed, I wouldn't be able to run my business, then you have a problem. And what I tell people is your email list is your biggest asset. That is the thing that you own, and nobody can take that away from you. And so what I want to see people doing is to stop blaming the algorithm, start giving value, and start getting people off of the platform and into your email list so that you can actually engage with the people that actually want to hear from you. Yeah. And the one trend that I'm happy to see kind of die a little bit, it still kind of happens, it's still happening, is the friend request, instant DM, join my group, buy my stuff.
If you, I know, I never thought that would happen. I never thought I would be in this. It's a whole world. Like when I started in the online space, I never realized that those kind of things happen. And even when I explained it to some of my friends, they're like, "What? That's pretty random." Like I was out, like when pubs open again here, I was in a bar with my friend, and someone left me a voice note. Like she was a business coach. She left me a voice note as her first message, and I was like, "What?" And my friend was like, so confused. And I'm like, "Yeah, apparently this happens in the online space all the time. Yeah. Apparently this is a way to make money. It's a business kind of. So yeah, I'm happy with that as well. We just had a comment from a Facebook user, but they haven't let StreamYard see their name. But they said, "I am a virtual assistant and want to help others too. I post and post, but don't get engagement." Yeah.
And it's, what are you posting? Are you asking questions is the biggest way to get engagement on your group. So instead, or on your page or anything like that. And so ask questions, right? Give people value. And what that means is show them how to change their life. And a lot of people think that they should keep those a secret. And no, do not keep it a secret. If you can help impact someone's life and help them change their life and make an improvement, and they didn't have to pay you a dime, awesome. Because guess what? They are going to now see you as credible. You're going to build authority. You're going to build expertise. And when they need help, guess who they're going to come to? Right? Yeah. And so it's not about buy my stuff. It's about, let me help you solve your problems. What problems do you have, and how can I help you solve those problems? And that's really what you need to focus on. And stop thinking that everybody is. Here's the thing. Nobody cares. They care about themselves. Right? And so we have to get into the mindset that we are here to serve and we are here to help. And it's not about us, it's about them. 100%. So make it about them. And then when people like or comment, engage with them. Right? And the other recommendation I give to people is don't post and run. So what that means is that if you post something and then exit the platform, now you're not around to engage with the people that are commenting, and they're going to show your stuff to less people because you're not even on the platform. So post things when you plan to be on the platform, not when you are off the platform, not available to engage with your audience.
Yeah. I personally have it during my coffee break.
Right. Like I know when I'm on Facebook, like I know I check in the morning. I like wake up at 7, but I don't get out of bed until 8, and I just kind of lay in bed, watch TV, relax a little, cuddle with the dog, and I check my platforms, and I'm engaging. So guess what? When I schedule posts, I schedule them around 7:30 in the morning because I know I'm on the platform.
Yeah. Absolutely. I've actually stopped using schedulers as well. I've just done it very natively because, just do it manually or schedule it out if you can within Facebook.
I use Creator Studio is what I use to schedule out, but I schedule it for when I'm on the platform.
Yes, exactly. I love that. So to wrap things up, Elaine, it's been a pleasure having you. Where can people find you?
Oh my gosh, I'm all the places. I'm on all the places. So people can find me at Elaine Turso, and then our brand new, we have brand new Facebook page and Instagram that we're building up. I even have a company page on LinkedIn. InSource at Marketing is the name of all the things. So come and find us and follow us. We always follow back unless you're a troll, then we don't follow trolls back. But come and follow us and we will follow you. But yeah, we're like building up our new audience right now with brand new stuff. Like yesterday literally was when I launched everything. So it's been really exciting.
Well, thank you for gracing us with your presence, and have a great day, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Bye.